And Rivers is in that group, isn't he, with Brady and Breeze, where you're not going to give him big money. I mean, he's the reason sadly, he's the reason the Chargers were so poor last year, because he kept turning the ball over. And as for that Jason Laconfora guy, if he was a Star Wars character, he would be BB-8. That little round robot with a little round head on top and a swivel going round and round, making a funny buzzing noise. Oh, I just can't stand that Jason Laconfora guy.
Who do you have against droids, man?
Because he looks like it. I mean, he's a little round guy, isn't he? So little round head and a swivel.
Tampa Bay draft 14. Can they get themselves a quarterback?
Yeah, never mind that. You know, the other thing I don't like about Laconfora is every time he opens his mouth, he has to insert at some point in the sentence, you know. He says it all the time. You listen to him. He says, "Oh, I like Phillip Rivers at Tampa Bay, you know." Oh God.
This did eventually lead to if Brady leaves, could Rivers end up in New England? And the answer is no, because if Brady leaves, the Patriots are looking for a cheaper option. So it's Brady or a cheaper option, not Brady and just as an expensive old quarterback.
You know what I would like to see? I would like to see them retire. They've been great players. We've enjoyed them for, best part of 15, 16 years. These guys, Breeze, Brady, Rivers, just retire now. Go out with some dignity like Elway did. And just let us remember you as the great players you were. This going from team to team and it's so unsavory.
Well, the Saints technically have no quarterbacks on the roster.
That's right.
It's also
all
true.
3 contracts have expired or will expire when the league year ends.
Who do they sign then? Taysom Hill as a starter?
Yeah, I see that happening.
That would be my pick for them, I think.
No, that's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Well, out of those 3, who's going to be?
In New Orleans, it's going to be Drew Brees.
It's going to be Brees. He's going to come back, yeah.
You think they're going to let Taysom Hill go?
No, they're going to re-sign Brees and Hill.
Hill
Teddy Bridgewater is no longer on the team. That's the one
that's the problem. It's Bridgewater who's probably going to get jettisoned.
They can't afford Hill and Brees, I don't think.
Well, it depends on how you end up paying Hill. You're not paying Hill as a quarterback.
That's his default position.
Yeah,
Trust me.
What he wants, yeah.
When he gets his contract, whatever they give him, and he sees what it is, it's going to go to some form of arbitration over his position. And I'm pretty sure the reason they probably played him a lot on special teams, primarily more than anything else, as far as an every down player, if you will, and constantly threw him out there at wide receiver and only gave him, say, 1 or 2 snaps a game at quarterback. Any other time he was out there on offense, he was lined up in the fullback or halfback position, tight end or wide receiver the majority of the time. And they're going to use that as, well, here's the percentage of the plays he lined up as actual quarterback this season.
1,000%.
And his arbitration was right. And now his arbitration, his team will come back and be like, well, yeah, he may have lined up in those positions, but he was drafted as a quarterback.
And no doubt he'll be quoting Peyton, who called him the next Steve Young. Is that right?
Somebody called him that.
That was Peyton, the head coach.
Well, they'll lose the arbitration because the facts are he didn't play quarterback. He played mainly wide receiver.
He'll also
have the same issue they had with Jimmy Graham because he lined up so many times at wide receiver. Right. He wanted wide receiver money, and they were paying him as a top 5 tight end.
Correct. He'll also have offers he can put on the table and say, "Look, I've got an offer from a team who's paying me quarterback money." He's.
You think there's a team that's going to give Taysom Hill $30 million?
No, not $30 million. Yep. No,
not
in
30 million,
in the 20s. Yeah.
You think there's a team that'll give him in the 20s?
Yep, I do. Yeah. I think there's teams out there who'll take him as a starting quarterback. Absolutely.
I think those teams will greatly will be great. We'll be talking about them with the number 1 overall pick in the next NFL draft.
There were times last season when Hill was the best quarterback on that team.
Well, that'll be an interesting one to watch. You never answered my question about can the Buccaneers get a quarterback at 14?
No.
Well, it depends. There's a lot of buzz now that Herbert and Jordan Love, the guy I think the Patriots will end up with, will go in the first round. So there's 4 quarterbacks there, quite possibly. They could trade up.
The question is, does Arians want a rookie quarterback?
Yeah.
Because at that point, you're basically saying we're starting over, and this team is already ready-made to compete now.
Well, and then I think that does lend yourself to going with a rookie quarterback. If you've got all the weapons for a rookie to take advantage of, think about how good the team did with a quarterback who threw over 30 interceptions in the season. Now you get a rookie come in, and the rookie is going to throw a lot of interceptions, but I'll bet he ain't throwing 30.
No, I still think they'll stick with Jameis.
I'm going to stand with Jameis. If anything, they probably get some line help or something else as far as a running back on offense, because they need to do something with that backfield more so than quarterback.
As James has stated repeatedly on this podcast, Jameis is way better than Aaron Rodgers.
I have never said that. How dare you, Neil? How dare you?
Neil shared this wonderful tweet from Dane Brugler at the Senior Bowl about it's quarterback hand size time.
Actually, he's not Dane Brugler. He's actually called Budgie Smuggler.
Oh, okay. I have no idea what you're saying, but sure.
That's good.
Oh, great. Justin Herbert's got the second largest hand. Jordan Love's got the largest hand.
James is Googling Budgie Smuggler right now.
No, I'm not.
What's interesting is in this list of potential rookie quarterbacks is Joe Burrow's hand size is not on here.
No, it's true. It's not.
Do we know his hand size?
No, I don't think so. I think we'll know come the combine, Jay. He's not at the Senior Bowl, so his hands haven't been measured for this list. He pulled out towards the end of the week. He said, I think I might have done enough already. So he's not going. That's fair enough. But we'll know come the NFL Combine in a few weeks' time. But certainly, I think it only adds to the thought that Jordan Love could be the next Patriots quarterback. I mean, the guy's got big enough hands to handle a fully inflated football.
I see what you did there.
I like him though, Jay. He nice, good big quarterback for you guys.
Chiefs Nick asked you, what's the minimum length you're comfortable with, Neil?
Oh gosh.
You had responded, I'd laugh in your face if you had less than 9 inches.
Oh God.
Yeah, you're making your own jokes up now.
I'm not making them up. It's printed.
Oh my God.
It's in print.
Hey, I was in draft mode. That was all about hand size.
Oh my God.
I know exactly what it was all about. We're talking about hand size.
Any other significant football news from the draft?
The only other significant news is that Las Vegas announced their plans for what they're going to do with the draft. Apparently, there's this big stage that they're going to put right in the middle of the famous fountain there. And they're going to now I read that it was just for the red carpet, and they're going to send the draft, the potential draftees out on a boat into the middle of this stupid fountain down this red. But apparently this is also where they're conducting the draft.
Yeah,
and they're going to be going up there to get their jersey and their hat and take their picture with the commish. This is just going to take forever for the draftees to get there.
No, it's not just that. It's the fact that I think it's so hostile towards Roger Goodell now that they've got to have a moat between him and the fans. It's just fantastic, isn't it? It's just brilliant. Somebody is going to fall in.
Come around to accepting the booze.
Yeah.
Oh, someone's going in the fountain for sure.
Absolutely. And number one pick's going to jump in there with joy, isn't he?
Yep.
Fantastic. Even if it's not an athlete, the first round picks always have the family come up on stage for the photo op.
Yep.
So whose relative is falling in?
That's right. There's absolutely somebody's going to be enjoying the hospitality a bit too much. Go up on stage and then into the water they'll go. At which point the croc-infested waters will bubble, and the only thing left will be a floating baseball cap with the team's name on it.
Now that would be an awful way to lose your draft choice.
Exactly. Yeah. Would that make the injury
by a
report
crocodile in a fountain that doesn't have crocodiles?
I mean,
crocodiles
the fountain is only like 2 to 3 feet deep. So I mean, it's not enough to be completely
But
submerged
James,
if you're laying horizontally.
would they make your famous injury report?
Oh my gosh!
Eaten by a crocodile.
That's right.
That'd be amazing.
There are no crocs in the fountains.
That is a shame. I think they should bring Crocs in just for this particular occasion.
Yep.
We are rapidly arriving to the end of our conversation, but I will bring up one interesting thing happening at the Pro Bowl this weekend, because there's nothing about the game that's interesting. There's nothing about the players that are interesting. However, the NFL is going to be testing out a couple of rule changes at the Pro Bowl, and that is something that I find interesting. And this one is essentially the replacement for the onside kick. So after a team has a successful field goal or extra point, they can choose to give the other team the ball at the other team's 25-yard line, 1st and 10, which would begin a new series of downs. So you don't even kick the ball off. You just give it to them. Or the team that just successfully scored points can take the ball at their own 25-yard line, and it's 4th and 15. If they successfully convert, they keep the ball. If they don't, they turn the ball over wherever the ball is spotted. So either at the 25, or if they made 10 yards, it'd be at the 35-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting concept, and I do believe actually that this rule is being instituted in the XFL, which kicks off the week after the Super Bowl.
The thing is, of course, they've totally killed the onside kick. That's dead, and so making any sort of change is good. And I bet you the coaching staffs of the Pro Bowl teams have been told, hey, you're doing this 2 or 3 times, no matter what. So we'll see. I'm sure we'll see it a few times now.
Yeah, those coaching staffs will be the Ravens and the Saints, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I wouldn't put it past Sean Payton to try something.
I mean, I would not be doing this probably ever unless I was down by a lot of points.
What's the chances of getting a 4th and 15? Think of 3rd and 15. What are the chances with that? 10%?
Well, Nick noted that the Chiefs actually were better at converting 3rd and long and 4th and long than they were on short downs.
Oh, of course they were. And that was no doubt due to Patrick Mahomes.
Yes, great Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, almighty.
The other rule that's going to be tested out here is it will no longer be a false start if a flexed out wide receiver flinches. I don't know why this is even something that needs to be tested out. This just seems stupid.
I'm not sure why it shouldn't be a false start. I mean, false start is supposed to be around your 11 players. If any of you flinch or make a move to try and elicit stimulate a snap, then it's a false start. Why should it only be within the hash marks with linemen and tight ends? And so I just don't get that. I think that's a stupid rule. If you're false starting, you're false starting.
All of that.
So this is breaking news, if you want to call it breaking news. This is Twitter, though, for you. I noticed that currently on Twitter, Mike Florio is trending. Mike Florio, the host of
I like Mike
Pro
Florio.
Football Talk. Apparently, he is. Some Chiefs fans are getting a little riled up about the obvious reality that Mike Florio suggested the 49ers should consider taking dirty hits on Mahomes to try and knock him out of the game at the expense of a called personal foul.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
wow.
We've had this conversation before. The penalty for knocking a player out of a game is only 15 yards. You don't get ejected.
No, well, unless it's egregious enough to warrant that. What is that? That first warning thing that they give, because you need.
But even it's only a warning. You only get one warning.
Yeah.
I mean, what we should really do is take this up with Justin, whose team